Hello guys, it's Billy here again, and today I just want to share with you some news that I think is exciting, and I just wanted y'all to know that our very own Shaun Peterson was just designated as the #1 ranked advisor in the state of Utah by Forbes. It's called Forbes Shook Research, and he is listed as the Next Gen Wealth Advisor 2022, and he ranked #1 in the state of Utah. So it's exciting news for him. I know he's proud of that honor. We're also proud of him, all the work he's done here. He's been an advisor at Peterson Wealth Services for 11 years now. He's in his 11th year. And it's not easy to win this or to obtain this recognition. He's been submitting, and we've been submitting his information to them for 4 years now, and he was accepted. And there's a number of criteria that you have to meet and the thresholds they have to meet to even be eligible for that. But we're going to include a link here so you all can see it and look him up and be proud of him as well. So shoot him some messages, and I'm sure he'll appreciate that. And speaking of next gen advisors, I'm going to turn the time over to Cade and Shaun. They're going to spend just a few minutes talking about what's important to the next generation of investors. And that would apply to hopefully everyone out there who's watching this, because you're going to know people, whether they're your kids or your grandkids or nieces, nephews, or just friends of the community, people that you associate with, that you might be able to help and get them on the right path to make a huge difference in their life. And we're going to share some stories. And so I'm going to turn the time over to these guys. Thanks for listening.
All right, thank you, Billy. I am very excited, very honored about being named on the Next Gen list. And, couldn't have done it without an awesome team here at Peterson Wealth Services, without Billy taking a shot on me almost 11 years ago and hiring me on as an advisor. And also without great clients like all of you that are watching this now. So appreciate your support over the years and appreciate the team here at Peterson Wealth Services. So let's talk next gen investing, Cade.
Yeah, great opportunity to do so. Congrats, by the way.
Thank you.
No better time to talk about next generation investing. It's so important nowadays to have kids to understand about investing. They come in here and they oftentimes don't really know what the stock market is all about. So it's put on you guys, I think, to teach your kids and grandkids about it, or even have them come in and talk to us, because schools aren't teaching them nearly as much as they should know. So Shaun, tell these guys a little bit about how you got started with investing.
Yeah, so it goes back to a grandparent, my grandpa Crandall. He had showed me his investment statements and how much money he was making, and I just got really excited about that. And it's really why I chose this career path, is because I found a passion for it, and I wanted to start investing myself at a young age. And Billy won't remember this, but I did call him. He was my first call. Got myself a Roth IRA open. I think I was 16, maybe 17 years old. Small fry back then, didn't start with much, but over the years I've just seen that grow. And yes, there's been down times and maybe times I've questioned investing when I was younger, but long term it's been one of the best things that's really changed my path. And I think that's important as we talk about this, is this can be life-changing for someone, a younger person getting started in their teens rather than delaying till their 20s or 30s. It doesn't have to be complicated, and it doesn't have to be a lot of money to start. So that's my story of why I got into it. Cade, I know you have a story too, so let's hear yours while we're talking.
My dad always come home pounding the table, trying to get me investing. I remember one time I'd saved up some money and I bought an Xbox 360 when I was a teenager, and he's pulling out his phone telling me what it would have been worth 20 years from now if I'd invested it. So I had to deal with that growing up, but now I'm very grateful that he did do that and got me started investing. And it really accelerates your growth into the world if you have a little bit of financial stability.
And think about that. I mean, we get preached as we're growing up. I think the common theme is save your money, save your money, save your money. That's good, but I think that needs to change. That paradigm needs to shift a little bit into invest your money. And I'm not talking, we get this a lot with next gen investors. Hey, what about crypto? What about penny stocks? What about these meme stocks? For us, that's a big no. That's not investing. That's gambling. So we were wanting to show kids, young adults, good companies, good funds where they can be a long-term investor and not be rolling the dice with their money. So, Cade, why don't you talk about types of accounts that we look at for younger people?
When kids come in, there's a few different options that we have. If you're looking more to the route of saving for college, a 529 account is a great option. It's a way that you can get tax-free growth on anything that's used for educational purposes. So that's very big, and we have a lot of clients who will open those accounts for kids and grandkids.
Nice.
And we also have custodial accounts that we can help out with. That's a great way to stay managing the account up until your kid or grandkid is an adult and they can take over for themselves. So those are two that are excellent. Once you're an adult, you can get into the workforce and you can have a 401k. You can get the company match. That's another way to worry about investing.
Yeah. And, as you grow up and maybe you've got an UTMA account or a 529 account, you're going to get older and you're going to see those values and how they've compounded. So now when you transition into the workforce, you know what a 401k is, you know what investing is. You're not getting water cooler advice from the buddies at work. You're educated and you're able to plan for yourself with this, because we know Social Security is not headed in the right direction. Pensions are gone pretty much, so you don't see a lot of those anymore. The other account that I would look at for people when they start having earned income is the Roth IRA. Very powerful account. After-tax dollars go into the account. It stays in that Roth IRA. Think of it as like a shell, and it grows, grows, and grows. You don't pay taxes as it grows, and then when you hit retirement age, you can take distributions out, and it's tax-free.
Yeah,
I know when we say tax-free, people's ears go up. So,
yeah. You might wonder how you can get your kids or grandkids excited about it because they want to buy things like an Xbox 360, for example, or anything that's going on right now. One way that we have found is to talk about numbers. So I have a couple of hypotheticals, or actually examples that we have from the past. $2,000 investment. I know my dad is updating his book, and these are a couple he's using in there. A $2,000 investment in Amazon at its IPO would have grown to almost $3.8 million
today.
So,
that shows the power of compounding, and that usually gets kids' ears perked up. So imagine if you did that inside of a Roth IRA, which is possible. Now you've got that 3.8 tax-free in retirement. You're going to live pretty high on the hog off of that. So
another one is Apple. Invest $2,000 at its IPO in 1980, be worth almost $3.2 million, which would be life-altering. Imagine getting a kid invested in that. And that will change their life, change their retirement. They're not going to have to be too concerned with how they're going to sustain their lifestyle in retirement.
Yep. And both Apple and Amazon, they've had their ups and downs along the way. That's why we're always looking at it as long-term investing. So the younger you are, the earlier you start, the better off you can be. So don't delay this. We're here to answer any questions that y'all might have for your families. And again, thank you for being such good clients, and I'm very honored to receive the award that I did. And just reach out if you have any questions.
Yeah. Thanks, guys. We appreciate you tuning in. Have a great day.